Hello everyone and welcome to episode 7 of All the Mods 3. So last episode we decided to make a new base to set up autocrafting with Applied Energistics. I looked around to find a suitable place to build, but there's no flat area near our current setup. I did a lot of terraforming around here. I made different devices, so I wanted to be near our old base. So literally I had to dig a hole in the ground. It looks fine, I guess. I put an environmental controller from RF Tools with a flight module and a night vision module because this place is pitch black. I also made a 5x5 ME controller with P2P tunnels. One side is not done because I wanted to do it together, so that in case someone doesn't know how to do it, we'll do it together. I dig this hole with a builder from RF Tools, and it's a 41 by 41 by 41. So it's almost 9 chunks, and it should be enough. There will be different floors and everything for machines and other things that we're going to do. Let's get on to business. Since our new base is pitch black, it's technically a mob farm, so I want to make a peaceful module for the RF Tools environmental controller. It needs 9 different syringes from different mobs. I think I have almost everything except the bat one, so the plan is to find a bat. Bats are so stupid. It's been 5 minutes that I want to capture this bat and oh god, a skeleton. Don't hit my bat. Oh my god, that one burned. Come here, come here. Yes, we have a bat. I was not joking when I said this place is a mob farm. I have to kill a mob every 10 seconds. Let's go build this thing. So the idea is that I'm going to block this exit route and we're going to spawn the mobs one by one and I'll fill in the syringes. It's going to take a long time and catching bats is not the easiest work to be done. I'll do all of this and I'll bring you back. And now I have to get rid of them, and that's very fun. A grinder would have been very helpful in hindsight. We don't have it, so hi. For me personally, this is the worst part because I have a cat and I love cats. Please forgive me. Alright, so I have everything we need, and the problem is that none of the syringes stack and they have different ID names than the one which is here in the JEI. For instance, Golem is Villager Golem, and oh okay, it works. Okay, I thought we will have problems. Apparently not. So here is our peaceful module and no more mobs in the new base at the cost of a lot of RF. I'll go put it in and I'll bring you back. 3000 RF is not that bad considering we have flight, night vision and peaceful module. Fine. So as I said, we're going to do this part together. This is a 5x5 ME controller, and I should point it out that this is not the most efficient design. You can make it 7x7x7 and you can use all sides, literally. I'm being very wasteful because I just want it to be what? Okay, I ran out. I want it to be aesthetically pleasing and having symmetry. Anyway, each side of the ME controller will give you 32 channels, so you can either use a dense cable to take those 32 channels out, or you can use a P2P tunnel, and as long as both sides of the P2P tunnel are connected to the ME network, you can transfer 32 channels without considering the cable that you're going to use. So you can use a small ME cable and transfer 8 32 channels on that cable, which is perfect. You don't need to do that much cabling. I already made a cable and it goes to these monitors, terminals that we have, and there is a P2P channel there, and it continues and it comes here, which there is another P2P there's another P2P channel here. So we can have 64 channels on that single cable which came out of the ME controller. That makes life much more easier. And the way to transfer those 32 channels is to use a memory card, and you shift right click on the P2P tunnel on the ME controller. Settings have been copied, good. And then you go and right click on the other P2P channel which you want the 32 channels to come out from. So if I right click here, we will have 32 channels. The reason that I'm having 32 channels here is that I'm going to add CPUs, core processors, and maybe display monitors, import buses, export buses for the Ender chests. So that's the reason. Otherwise, it's just 5 devices. We don't need that. Yeah, it takes time for the devices to be online because, I don't know, lag, something. Anyway, the reason also that I did not use the most efficient way and make a 7x7 all sides full of P2P tunnels is that already I have 16 P2P tunnels on each side. That's 64 P2P tunnels in total because I'm only going to use 4 sides, and that's 1024 channels, meaning that I can hook up 1024 devices. I'm never going to do that. The maximum I'm going to use is maybe 200, 300 channels. So you don't need to go overkill on this, and I think 5x5 is enough. Also, design-wise, I'm going to encase this thing in a black concrete wall, black concrete bottom, and maybe dark glass on top. We'll see how it goes. I also have to hook up the molecular assemblers. I made space for 64 of them, so assembling them could take some time. But after that, we're good to go for autocrafting. I like how it looks. It looks cool. There's 32 on each side, so we have 64 in total. I just have to connect them to the ME controller. I'll be right back. I also brought our storage disks from the old base, and now we should have access to our goodies. Very good, very fine. I don't want to make a super long tutorial because first of all I'm not good at that, and secondly there are better ones on the internet. Anyway, these are the processing units. So these are the 64Ks. I crafted a few. As long as you put them in a line or in a square, they should form a multi-block structure, meaning that they can do more work. If I add another one here and make an odd shape, the multi-block structure will not form. These ones are the core processing units, and I will show you in a second on what they do. But you see, it's a square, so it works. So what do the coprocessors do? If we come here, we can see that each interface is connected to 3 molecular assemblers, 1, 2, and another one in the back. So what the coprocessor will do will allow the interface to use all 3 of them simultaneously while crafting. If you don't have them, it will only use one. For small recipes like making a chest, it doesn't really matter, but if you're making something very complicated like a induction matrix from Mechanism, you prefer that it goes faster. Anyway, we put the cable here. I'm imagining that we will have 4 CPUs. That should be okay. If we need more, I can add more, and a display here so that we know what it's going to craft. Another one here. I have 4 64Ks, and that should be enough to handle any recipe in this mod pack. I remember that in 1.7 there was a solar panel in the Feed the Beast Infinity Beyond or Evolved. It required 32,000 smaller solar panels, so you needed to have like, I don't know, 10 64Ks, a lot of crafting, and it was so resource intensive. But in this mod pack we don't have anything that complicated, so this should be fine. So everything is hooked up, and the first pattern that I'm going to make is a pattern for pattern, because we're going to need a lot of them. And why is it only 32? I made a boo-boo. I'll be right back. I also made an elevator from RF tools because every time that I wanted to climb this hole, I used to bang my head to the roof. So now we have a button to push and we can go up and down. Yay! Of course I have to put a facade for this elevator, and well, I'll do that later on. Alright guys, I tried to make this place a little bit more pretty because we were just surrounded by cobblestone, and I just made a facade around our Applied Energistics. I'm also creating, as I said, a black concrete wall around this controller. I'm waiting for more to be cooked up. Here I don't exactly know what I'm going to do, but probably it will be just for decorations. I put the machines here. It's the same setup as the previous base, and the only difference is that instead of me manually putting stuff in the machines, we're doing it by Applied Energistics. This one is just for lava. I also made a resonator because we're going to use some GP, and yeah, that's it. I set up some storage drawers for some basic resources like gravel, sand, stone, the stuff that we get from the stoneworks. I'm also using garden cloches to make some of the mob drops like blaze rods, ender pearls, in addition to the nether and end essences and some other stuff like dye essence, just small quality of life improvements. You can see them here. These are the things that we're making. I also put the AE2 stuff here in the back. Okay, it's very difficult to navigate from here. In any case, everything will be blocked later on. I was going to say that all the devices are being powered by one ME cable, and this is why P2P tunnels are very useful. I'm using 7 P2P tunnels right now. I'm being very generous in using them. I'm not using them very efficiently, but only one cable. That's amazing. You should use them in every setup. And I think at the end we will just cover it with dark glass because it should look nice. Of course, later on when I'm finished with this thing. I am using a lot of garden cloches and a lot of mystical agriculture seeds for generating resources, and I personally don't like that. I consider that a little bit cheaty. Okay, for maybe netherrack, soul sand, endstone, these things, it's fine. I can accept the cheatiness. But for higher tier resources, I'm going to use the replicator from Industrial Craft 2. And it's a very complicated setup. It needs a lot of resources, you need a lot of power. Now that we have Autocrafting, I can get into that. And what the hell is sodium? Tech Reborn. Okay. I never understood that mod. It's weird. It feels like it's incomplete. Anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to set up a huge system for replicating stuff, and that could take some time. Maybe not in this episode. I also made the walls I exchanged the walls with the black concrete, and I'm going to go around the entire thing, the roof, everywhere, and maybe some decorations. But that could also take some time. Maybe I will do that in between episodes, and I'll bring you back for the end result. Another thing that we have to do in this episode is to automate the production of nether stars. Currently I'm just killing withers on my own, and it's not fun. It takes a lot of time, and it's boring. I want to get into Draconic Evolution and make a wither farm using this. But unfortunately, apparently I need a wyvern tier of fusion crafting, and that's a lot. 4 nether stars here, 2 for the core, and I need 10 fusion crafters. That's 60 nether stars, and I have only 14. That's going to take some time. I need to kill some withers. I'll bring you back. Oh, I missed the sunlight. That's why I don't like huge bases, because you don't get to hang out outside. My garden. It's not finished yet. Well, maybe I show you a little bit. The idea is that I'm going to make a botanical garden. I'm going to use all the trees from forestry. I'm going to make a small zoo to display some of the mobs. Here is the other ones. I think I also have pink wither from Botania. You just use the pinkinator on a wither. You can also write him, but the problem is that... Oh, okay. Go back. Go back. And you can use a pinkinator to make him peaceful, and you can also write him. I was thinking that this could be our wizardry place. These are wisdom woods. I really love these planks. It's from Chisel. Those are mud bricks, and oh, I'm missing a slab. Why? Okay, I go get that one. You didn't see anything. It was already there. I also worked up here a little bit, and this is a bug from the Twilight Forest. I thought since it's a forest, we should have some bugs inside. I think our next project should be finishing up this setup because it looks so bad. I made some induction matrixes and I want to just check them. But for now I want to see if we have... Oh, okay, 500,000 prismarine shards. That's okay. That's also backing up. Good. So there's no shortage of prismarine. This thing works. Okay, let's try the induction matrixes. I made the ultimate versions, 2 of them. Let's put them here. And the other one, which I always forget, the induction provider. If we put you on top, it won't hurt. Let's try and see how much are we producing. Okay, that's 137 trillion RF. That's not bad. Okay, it's perfect. I love this thing. So let's get on to wither farming. I think I have some skulls in the basement of the old base. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's almost 100. That is exactly 100. I have a small wither killing facility here. Okay, it's pitch black. I need a night vision potion. I always carry one flask of owl sight potion from Botania because it's always useful. Yeah, fine. I made this small structure so that I can kill withers without damaging the entire environment. Let's try 2 at the same time because I have to kill a lot of them and I don't want to spend time doing it one by one. Maybe I will do 3 later on, but for now I'm too much afraid. I don't have the most OP armor ever, so let's try it like this. Now it's... Oh, they still break the blocks. What? Both of them? Oh yeah, we got 2 stars. Okay, that's going to be easy then. I'll kill a lot of them and I'll bring you back. So I killed 56 withers. With the 14 that we have, it's 70 stars. That should be okay, I hope. Should I take this thing with me? That is the question. Or should I leave it here because we might need more stars? And yeah, let's leave it here for now. So guys, I just realized that I made a small boo-boo in calculating the nether stars that we're going to need. So there is the grinder from Draconic Evolution and it needs 2 swords. And each sword requires 4 nether stars and 2 for the core, so that's 12 extra nether stars, which I don't have. Hi. I don't want to kill wither skeletons again, it's too boring. Let's see if we can cheat it a little bit with mystical agriculture. Okay, that's easy. Make some... Okay, ran out of soul sand. Make me some soul sand then. I love Applied Energistics. Why didn't we have it earlier? Oh, okay. I put a roof here. I keep forgetting. And I keep jumping on the roof. And I think I will end up at the devices. So let's put this for now into here. Because I did not put a recipe. And I don't think we're going to need that many of them anyway. You're exporting, right? Yeah. Okay. It works. I hate the bats. There are so many bats here. So let's see if we can make the skull. Okay, that's just bone meal and blah blah blah. Okay, I'll do all of these and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, I am back and I have 16 more stars. Yay! I hope this is the last time that I have to farm... Oh, lag. I hope this is the last time that I have to farm withers because it's not the best idea. So, let me just chuck these things in. They give you a lot of wither dust. If you don't know, you can use the wither dust on the floor and it will not allow mobs to spawn on the blocks that you put on top of the wither dust. So it's you put it down like redstone. Anyway, for making stars, we're going to need 2 ingredients. One is the skull, and to get the wither skulls, I'm going to use soul shards. There are different methods of making a mob farm in this mod pack. The wood has also been added recently. I did not upgrade to include wood, but soul shards is also fine. I don't see many people using it, so it's a nice mod. We should try it. For the soul sand, I am going to use mystical agriculture because that's the most easiest thing. And to assemble the wither, luckily we have a block from industrial foregoing. And it needs a nether star. Okay. Well, I have extra now, so it should be fine. Let's get on with it. I know this is not auto-crafting, but I got tired of just pressing that start button every single time. So here is a redstone clock, here is a crate, item duct, and a servo. So I don't have to do it manually again. I can just leave it and come back whenever I want. Yeah, perfect. Wyvern fusion crafting. Yay. And I love how they're purple. Purple is my favorite color. I don't know why. I normally say it's black because I think purple is a girly color, but don't tell anyone. Perfect. We just have to connect them to power, and they only accept power in the back. So yeah. So boop, 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 and 5 more boops here. Boop, 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 boop. Perfect. Yeah, is that a visual glitch or yeah, it's just a visual glitch. Anyway, let's see what we need for the infused obsidian, because we are going to need a lot of them. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's go and get them. In case you didn't notice, I forgot a wyvern core for the gateway dislocator thingy, which we're going to need for the wither farm. Anyway, I got all the ingredients. I also checked the time on this episode. We are already above 20 minutes and I really don't want to make longer videos. So not that it's a problem, but it takes so much time to upload. It takes hours, like maybe I normally put it during the night, and when I wake up it's still uploading, so you can guess how slow my internet connection is. I think we will just craft this. I show you a very small thing and then we wrap up the episode, and it's getting dark, nighttime, so it's the perfect timing. You guys know how much I hate mobs, so I was playing around with these turrets from Immersive Engineering. Okay, this was already tested. So I made 64 new bullets, and oh, my night vision is wearing off. Okay, nothing important. This one is blazing pyrotium, so this one is technically a flamethrower. The other one is okay, lag. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back, and sorry for the lag. So let's find a mob. Now that you want a mob, you can never find a mob. That's amazing. Should I fly around? Oh, okay, a skeleton. Come here. He's my new guinea pig. Come. You can do it. Come closer, you idiot. Yeah. So, the gun turret is amazing. It's slightly loud and very inefficient because it used 7 bullets to just kill a skeleton. It missed a lot of them, of course. Let's find another one for the chemical thrower thingy. I just allow mobs to spawn. Maybe something spawns. Do you spawn? Oh yeah, skeleton. Cool. Come close. I turned this one off because I don't want the turret to shoot him. Come closer. Come. Dude, come. The range on the flamethrower, the chemical thrower, is horrible. So, but it's very efficient. There you go. I think I'm going to use this for base defense. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, I think it's also time to wrap up the episode. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. Till next episode. Thank you so much. Good night.